Sis, they didn't hurt you. Your expectations did. Learning to speak up and set standards. Unspoken needs turn into silent pain. This episode helps you find your voice again. Hey sis, welcome back to She Heals, the place where we take off the mask, unclench our jaw, and do the real hard work. Today's episode is going to stretch you, but I promise it's going to free you. Let me say something that may sting before it soothes. So listen, this is where I say, go and get your favorite pen and your favorite journal. Let's Talk Her Wellness journal. And if you don't have that journal, you can go on to www.letstalkherwellness.com and order your teacup, order your journal, and come on and let's start talking and let's start writing, because the right information can change and save your life. But at the same time too, we love to share the beauty of wellness over here. So we ask that you like and share this podcast with the women in your life, because no woman heals alone. So let's stretch. The people didn't hurt you. Your expectations did. Now hear me out. This is not about blaming you for how they treated you. I want to say that again. This is not about blaming you for how they treated you. But I want to challenge the silent contracts we create in our relationships. We expect people to know. We assume they'll respond the way we would. We silently hope they'll meet the need. And when they don't, we grieve. But sis, how can people honor expectations we never made known? I want you to think about that. How can people honor expectations we never made known? Let's unpack the hurt you've been carrying and the truth about where it came from. Silent expectations lead to silent pain. Let's be honest. Some of us are walking around deeply wounded, but we never told them what we needed. You were hurt, your friend didn't show up, but did she know how much that even meant to you? You were disappointed your partner didn't affirm you, but have you ever said, words matter to me? You're mad your family doesn't support you, but do they even know what support looked like for you? We live in this world of they should have known, they should have just done it. If they cared, they would have. But sis, expectations without communication is a setup for heartbreak. Let's just be honest about that. We expect people to think, feel, respond, love, support, and act the way we do. And when they don't, we personalize it. Proverbs 4:7, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. You need understanding in every relationship, and understanding starts with communication. The danger of unspoken agreements. Some of you all have been best friends to people who never agreed to match your energy, girlfriends doing wife-level work for someone who never promised commitment, carrying emotional loads for siblings who never asked you to, serving in silence at work or church while resentment grows because nobody's thanking you. Here's the truth. You made a silent agreement and they didn't even sign it. You gave expected in return, but never vocalized it. That doesn't make you wrong. It makes you human, but it also reveals something deeper. People aren't always the problem. Sometimes it's our pattern. You keep expecting people to just know. You keep assuming they'll respond like you would. Sis, we must stop making people responsible for our unspoken needs. Making your requests known. God gave you a voice, not just to worship, but to communicate. Philippians 4:6. Make your requests known unto God. Yes, tell Him, but also tell them. You can't be healed in relationships you're still hiding in. Start speaking. It really means a lot when you check in. I feel loved when you affirm me. I need help. I can't do this by myself. I'm setting a boundary around how I want to be spoken to. I'm no longer available for one-sided friendships. When you stop assuming and start expressing, you give people the opportunity to meet you where you are. And if they still don't, now you know. Clarity is kind. Silence is not. Soul check. Pause, sis. Who are you mad at right now that never really knew what you needed? What situations broke your heart, but you realize now you never said the words? This doesn't mean your feelings aren't valid, because they are. It just means your healing starts with honesty and not with blame. If you want better relationships, friendships, love, work, ministry, you have to start making your expectations clear. Not out of fear, but out of freedom. Now here's my favorite part. Let's breathe. Take a deep breath in, because I said a lot. But I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to let it out. And I want you to read these affirmations out loud with me. I give myself permission to speak what I need. I release others from expectations I never voiced. I'm worthy of relationships rooted in clarity and truth. My voice is powerful. I do not hide my heart anymore. I communicate my needs with boldness and peace. And so this is what I want you to write in your journal this week, okay? Here's some soul work. And here's a reflection prompt. Who in your life have you been upset with, but never actually told how you feel? That's your challenge for this week. Choose one person and have a clarity conversation. Not confrontation, clarity. Let them know what you need, not what they did wrong, but what would help you feel seen. So this week, I want you to choose one person and have a clarity conversation. Not confrontation, but clarity. Let them know what you need, not what they did wrong, but what would help you feel seen, supported, and respected. And our prayer, God, thank you for showing us how to love in truth. Give us the courage to speak up, to ask, and to express what we truly need. Heal the places in us that have been silenced and disappointed. Remind us that our voice is not too much. It is necessary. And help us build relationships that are rooted in clarity and not in confusion. In the name of Jesus Christ. And my final word, sis, let this be the season where you stop bleeding from silent wounds. You deserve relationships where you are heard, not just seen, where you are loved and not just tolerated, where your needs aren't guessed but honored. Speak up. Be clear. Stop expecting people to be mind readers. You deserve clarity and peace. This is She Heals, and today we're learning that sometimes the pain wasn't them. It was us never saying what we needed. Until next time, heal, speak, and rise. And know, girl, that you rock. Now listen, I want you to stay at peace and not in pieces. And don't forget to share the beauty of wellness, because no woman over here on our platform heals alone.